Hey, welcome back to Milwaukee Business Insights podcast. Back with episode number 2 with Sojourner Mobile Coffee. They've been hard at work wrapping up in a new location, new venue, and gaining some new customers. So we're here with Matthew Nichols, again the owner and operator of Sojourner Mobile Coffee. Matthew, tell me what's new, man?
Sam, thank you for once again being such a gracious host to us. Today we are really excited to, I wouldn't say unveil, but to, at least to a newer audience, reveal the cafe pop-up we began a couple weeks ago at 530 East Mason Street, which is currently operated by Artisan Ramen, a very popular restaurant on Milwaukee's Lakeside. And we are thankful to be a part of what they have going on there. And to tap into their market a little bit as well. So these last few weeks have been a trial run for us, how to open a cafe, a freestanding, self-sustaining indoor cafe. And this is a little bit, at least at the beginning, was a little bit outside of our comfort zone. But I think having opportunity to get out of the cold, for one, and into a location where all of our necessary utilities are available to us really has given us a better outlook on what the future has in store.
So I noticed you said that you're indoors now, so that's a little bit different from what you guys have been doing. For those of you who don't know, Sojourner Mobile Coffee started as a kind of a mobile coffee cart, wheeling around the city of Milwaukee, licensed to go anywhere within the city, sidewalks and public areas, to vend coffee. And so now they're kind of taking a new direction and partnering with some businesses, it sounds like.
Right, and Sam, we found that late in our beginnings, we realized that the need to have a solid base from which to operate was incumbent. It was necessary due to the fact that the climate that we're in does not graciously allow the typical food peddler to operate year-round. And so we realized that in order to sustain ourselves and in order to serve our customers, we needed to change our business, our value proposition a little bit. But we found that the demographic which we now serve still exemplifies all that a Sojourner is and has been in our original business model. We've had the opportunity to serve a lot of passerbys, people from out of town, curious individuals, but we're still anticipating the typical coffee connoisseur. And thus we feel we're rounded enough to approach the coffee market from a myriad of angles. You know, we're still distinguished in our pour-over brewing style, and yet we've broadened our product segment a little bit to include lattes and cappuccinos. We even offer certain specialty items such as taro lattes, a bit of an enhancement from one of our original introductory products, as well as our Oaxacan latte, which is kind of an evolved stage of the Mexican hot chocolate. So we're very, very hopeful, and even we see these beverages as promising to penetrate Milwaukee's palate.
How have customers been drawn to come in?
Well, I think in starting an operation such as this, it's very important to know, obviously, who your market is in a number of segments. One, your initial target demographic, and recently we were able to come to the conclusion, or I should say we were reminded of the fact that our original target market was actually the Latino demographic. And so if you consider, one of the additions to our menu, the Oaxacate, or the Oaxacan mocha, we're definitely catering to the Spanish-speaking population with a drink that brings them back to a time of their childhood. The typical Mexican American child growing up here would have likely partaken of that beverage growing up. So we've definitely, catered to our original target market. But in addition to that, we do recognize, having been on UWM's campus for so long, that many students are looking to try something different. What distinguished us is not merely the pour over, but the fact that we place a lot of value in the consumable, not just the consumer, but what's going into the consumer. And so if you've actually read up on taro, which is the basis of our taro latte, you'll see that it has actually a lot of health benefits. Many that probably didn't realize it before. It's actually a good heart stimulant. It helps with circulation. And so its health benefits are something that I think a lot of young people are considering, in this day and age. But in addition to that, it's also it's different. It's different to this group, and so that's a distinguishing factor. Of course, you also want something that people like, so it's sweet, and we top it with whipped cream and make it look aesthetically pleasing. We also recognize that there's a number of other beverages that young people enjoy drinking, like matcha lattes is a big one these days, and also your iced coffee, things like that. So we certainly are trying to remain as fresh as possible while at the same time staying true to our original customer segment.
I heard some rumblings that Sojourner might be extending to other places in the country.
Right. So the projected timetable for an extension or an expansion, we could call it, is actually in the next couple of months. That has much to do with my personal situation, but allows me to bring Sojourner to another part of the country, specifically Atlanta, Georgia. So we're looking at Georgia Tech University. That's the current status of Sojourner geographically. However, we are vested in our location in Milwaukee and anticipate its growth and its prosperity in these coming months as well.
Where can we find you online?
Currently, if you check us out at sojournermobilecoffee.com, our website is up and running. We also have our Facebook page, fb.me/Sojourner Mobile Coffee, and then also our Instagram page. And feel free to hashtag us, Sojourner Mobile Coffee. And check out wonderful podcasts like these on our YouTube channel. You'll find us. We have Sojourner Mobile Coffee YouTube channel.
This is Milwaukee Business Podcasts. Sam Isaacson is your host, here with Matthew Nichols, the owner and operator of Sojourner Mobile Coffee. Matthew, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Sam.